Yeah, and then he's going to come after, he's going to arrest you then.
We're handing out tickets. They're not admission tickets this time.
I believe the fine goes towards the membership at the Henry Ford.
That's right. Remember, you'll be paying, $200 for the ticket, but it goes to support the great programming here at the Henry Ford. Folks, if you've been coming to Motor Muster over the years, you know that for a long time now, these two cars have been a highlight of the show and also a fixture of the show. Has been their owner, Bob Oravec. Sorry to say we lost Bob last fall. And, it was with him, we lost really a great friend to this organization and to this show in particular. And Bob was a fixture back there, usually over by the Edison statue or along by the town hall there. And he was always happy to talk about these cars with visitors, especially with the kids. He loved to see the kids getting interested in these cars because he knew that was the future of the hobby. And in fact, his commitment to this show was so great. It was really just a few days before he passed away. He came up to Dearborn, made the drive from Cleveland to sit in on one of our advisory meetings for Motor Muster to talk about what we could do to improve this show going forward, how we could keep it fresh and exciting and keep people coming back year after year. So we really appreciated his taking the time to come up here and do this. But I feel like as long as these two cars are here, there's still a piece of Bob here with us. So I would ask if you wouldn't mind if you would all just join me in giving a big round of applause to Bob. I also want to thank his son Bob Oravec for bringing these cars up here and making sure they stayed a part of the show. But these are two survivors of the Superstock wars of the early 1960s. Chevy had its 409, Pontiac would have the GTO. But from Dodge, we've got the 440 and the Plymouth Savoy here with the 426 Max Wedge engine. And these are what we would call factory delete cars. You bought these for racing, for serious work. And if you bought one of these, you didn't want your air conditioning, you didn't want heater, you didn't want a radio even. That was all just dead weight. You put the battery in these cars not in the front, but out in the back for better weight distribution. The hoods on these cars are in fact aluminum to reduce weight. You could also get aluminum fenders on these cars if you wanted to, which is somewhat of a challenge. That aluminum would be fairly soft. If you leaned on the fenders in the wrong place, you might actually bend them. But these cars were raced by a fellow named Joe Rutka of Cleveland, and he actually started a business selling gaskets out of the back seat of his car, hence the nickname Mr. Gasket. And he sold a lot of gaskets, enough that he was able to buy a couple of drag race cars and have a pretty successful team. In fact, you see the stickers on the sides of the car there in the window. Those all represent a win for one of these cars in this particular class. So you can see these were exceptionally successful cars on the drag strip. And I got to say, of all the forms of racing, there's nothing quite like drag racing. We were down at Milan last weekend for the reunion there, and it's just incredible. Once it stopped raining, it's just incredible. And there's no purer form, I think, of just two cars going head-to-head down the quarter mile like that. So just these cars are cars of this style, kept getting kind of wilder and wilder throughout the 60s into the 70s, kind of evolved into the funny cars that we know today, but tremendously successful cars. I don't know if you guys wanted to say anything more about them, or you good? All right. I'm going to get the heck out of the way so you can get out here and give us another show.